The Golden Knights look for a strong finish to this road trip as their final stop is in Denver tonight against the Avalanche. Our preview comes your way next on this Thanksgiving Eve edition of Locked On Golden Knights.
You're Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hi again, everyone. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. You could find us wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure to subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. We are brought to you today by FanDuel. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. So far, Chris, VGK 3-1 on the road trip, and they have banked a total of 6 points. A very successful roadie, if you will. But a win tonight against the Avalanche, would this mark one of the best road trips in VGK history?
I have to go back. I mean, I'm sure they've had some stellar ones as well, but I mean, 8 points, 10 games would be really good. Pump the brakes a little bit. They've only played one team with a winning percentage of greater than 600. That would be the Maple Leafs. Tonight's game against the Avalanche is a team that is not over that 600 points percentage mark. So point being is it's a really good road trip. The Golden Knights end up with 8 points. They can't control who they play. Is it something to go crazy gaga about at this point? You know, based on you saying, is it one of their best road trips? I think we just relax a little bit, just a little bit.
Really? Why am I Mr. Positivity all of a sudden?
I'm positive too. 8 points is wonderful. I'm just saying best road trip. I'm pumping the brakes there.
Well, I can't remember them getting 8 out of a 5-game road trip in any season, but we'll have to look that up.
Keep gabbing, I'll find it.
Okay, so VGK beats Colorado earlier in this season. The season opener, 8-4. VGK could be facing Georgiev in net tonight again. He stabilized his season after a very rocky start, but I still say it's iffy at best. The goaltending with Colorado, Justice Ananen, he is not doing very well himself. The backup Ananen allowing 3 goals on 6 shots in Tampa the other night. And then Alexander Georgiev wasn't very much better. He gave up 2 goals on 7 shots after the starting goalie Ananen is pulled in Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, things are going a bit sideways in Colorado right now. You had Georgiev just go nuclear after a game, busting a stick and the blade flying. And then going down the tunnel, one of the Avalanche players busted their stick and it wound up hitting their coach, Jared Bednar, like right in the head. I don't know if it cut him or anything like that. And yeah, so rough things happening. If Georgiev goes, it's a 3.49, 8.71 save percentage, 6-5 on the season. Justin Noonan is going to be 6-4, 3.23, 8.72. And then maybe Trent Miner. They'll bring Trent Miner up. He's played one game. He got a 1.72 and a 9.23 save percentage, but only 12 saves. So I'm guessing that was a mop-up situation there. So
Didn't they pick up Capo?
They got Kokkonen as well. I don't know what the situation is with Kokkonen.
I don't know where he's at.
He's minors. 16. What's that?
He's in the minors probably.
Yeah. I mean, he could be the Colorado Eagles. I don't know what's going on, but he one appearance, I should say, 4.12, 16 saves, 800 save percentage. So got problems in Colorado. A lot of problems in Colorado. Their their points percentage right now is currently 5.45. That's important because the Golden Knights do very well against teams with a sub 600 points percentage. So feels like a good spot for the Golden Knights to have to end this road trip on an extremely high note.
Since the first meeting, Valery Nichushkin enters the picture. He returns a goal and 2 assists on Saturday in the 7-4 victory over Florida for the Avs. First points of the season. He's played now in, I think, 5 games. They're putting him on the second line. Could be impactful. Should be impactful, I should say. Casey Middlestad and Mikko Rantanen are on that line as well on line 2. So those 3 are together. It's a grade 3 suspension that he comes off of. So it was 6 months without pay after a variety of issues and a failed drug test.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna get too deep into that. That's his situation, and you hope that things are better in his personal world. And obviously, once his personal world is better, that's when hockey can come back. And he's a good hockey player that can score a lot of points and maybe help get that Avs team in a much better spot. Just kind of glancing at some stats here: McKinnon 35 points, 22 games. So let's see what him and Jack Eichel have in store as far as a head-to-head battle. Mika Rantanen 32 points, Cale Makar 30 points, Casey Middlestad 18, Samuel Girard 12, and there's a big fall off. No one else above 10 points. So, Ivan, I forgot about
Ivan, yeah, your
Ivan,
guy.
Ivan. That's awesome. I know nothing about him besides his name. I think it's great. So, best road trip in team history: Washington, Ottawa, Montreal, Toronto, Buffalo. 22-23 season. 10 points available, 10 points earned.
They got 10 points.
Yeah, they got all 10 points. They got 10 and 10.
So pump the brakes. So,
the
but
brakes,
8 out
yeah.
of 10 would put them up there. That's really good research.
It's a
there.
great road trip. It's a great road
Did you
trip.
do that
Not gonna take
research
anything
or
away from it?
did you do that research or the intern? Who did that research?
Oh,
That's
the
really
intern
good.
just sent it over to me. Yeah, the intern sits over next to me, and yeah.
Started at 0-4, did the Avalanche, and they had a variety of injuries though too, like Jonathan Drouin, and now they feel as though they're back on track. On that road trip that they just had, was that their only L, playing against Tampa where they got blown out? Because they did beat Florida. I thought that they were having a pretty good roadie, but they beat Washington. I know that, but I can't think of anything more than that.
A similar situation as the Golden Knights' final game of the road trip. Golden Knights, this is their final in 5. That was the end of a 4-game roadie that took them to Philly, Washington, Florida, and Tampa just blew them out of the water. Now a tough spot for Colorado, going from Tampa to Colorado. No extra travel day, so I'm assuming they'll have a pregame skate today. Didn't get on the ice yesterday, so the Golden Knights could get a Colorado team that's a bit gassed. Golden Knights might be gassed themselves. Going up to Colorado, up to Denver is never an easy task for any team, altitude and all of that stuff. So Golden Knights aren't really used to that as much as obviously the Colorado Avalanche are. So that could play in as well. And I mean, we'll see who even dresses for tonight's game if William Karlsson if William Karlsson is able to get back to work. And is White Cloud a true day-to-day situation, or is it worse than a day-to-day? Do we get the Hague squared line coming back again? I mean, there's a lot of questions tonight. I don't think Stone is coming back. I'll still pencil in Stone for Saturday's game against Utah, but I have nothing more than a hunch when I say that.
What about Pietrangelo?
Pietrangelo,
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't think there's any news of him coming back to Vegas after his upper body injury. We would assume concussion, but we don't know. If it is, and I say this the right way, but if it's just a concussion, not that concussion isn't a big deal, but if it is just a concussion, then yeah, there's a possibility. We'll see in the pregame skate, but I would say Pietrangelo is back sooner than later too, and gonna be some shuffling.
Yeah, there will be some more line shuffling, you have to believe, tonight. And VGK, I think these two teams, even though, okay, throw the records out, but they're sort of like in semi-similar situations, right? And then you were talking about the scheduling. Colorado's got a real difficult stretch coming up. Don't they have like a back-to-back? I think it's at home. Edmonton?
They're home tonight against Vegas. They traveled to Dallas on the 29th, and then they have a home game on the 30th. So
yeah,
there's a back-to-back there, and then another back-to-back the following week. The games are going to get a little tighter right now because the Four Nations face-off has grave importance. The Four Nations face-off, huge, way too important. But that's going to condense the games basically by the looks of Colorado's schedule, pretty much starting right now and into January. And then when they come back after the Four Nations face-off, it's just going to be an absolute sprint to the finish line for the regular season.
Yeah, and of course, VGK in this rigged schedule, they're at home for Thanksgiving. Coming up next is the Barbashev trade, the most import trade in VGK history. We'll talk about that when we return right here on Locked On Golden Knights.
Right out of spaces, right out of letters.
Listen up, renters. Even if you feel like you are stuck in the loop of rent payments, just watching your money vanish into thin air, it's time to turn that rent game around, as you can start earning some serious rewards. That's where Built Rewards comes in. Okay, some real talk. We've all been there, feeling like we're burning cash with those rent checks. It is so frustrating, right? But here's the deal. Built Rewards has figured out a way to make rent more rewarding. That's right. So say goodbye to the money bonfire and hello to a renter's revolution with Built. Built is breaking ground as a neighborhood rewards program that hooks you up with points on your rent. Every month, you pay your rent and you watch the Built points roll in. It's a real cool concept. Use the points to jet off on a dream vacation. Put your points toward a flight or a hotel with 500 plus airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties. You can also use your points to book fitness studio classes, redeem them toward a future rent payment. They are designed to meet your lifestyle. So earn your points by paying rent right now when you go to built.com/lockedon. Again, join built.com/lockedonnhl. It is join, JOIN, built, BILT.com/lockedonnhl. Please make sure to use our URL so that we know that we sent you. Built.com/lockedonnhl. Start earning points with your rent payments today. And we are also brought to you by Gametime. Gametime's got all sorts of great things going on there. Curation makes it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. And the all-in pricing, please make sure that you toggle this feature, and it will show you the exact amount that you are going to pay up front with no surprise fees at checkout. That's what I really do appreciate with them. There's great panoramic views of your seat in the app before you buy with Seat Views, lowest price guarantee. Gametime, they'll credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. So take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Gametime. Again, go to gametime.com. That is where you need to be. Gametime, and use the promo code LOCKEDONNHL, and you will get $20 off of your first purchase. Terms do apply. What time is it, Garlic?
Game time.
Back on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights. You need a little bit more zest there, bro. You need some zest.
Maybe it's the difference in the coffee. I don't know.
So what happened to the coffee maker this morning? And I'm not talking about your wife.
Tragedy.
Who makes the coffee?
Amanda gets it ready at night, and then in the morning we have it on a timer, and it goes. So,
of course, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
No.
But no. So I go to turn.
Who cooks? Who cooks?
I made crepes last night. I made dinner.
No, but who cooks for Thanksgiving Day? That's the big answer.
Oh, Thanksgiving Day, it's actually going to be my sister and her husband.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
See, this is why the shows go over, Tony. That's why I yelled at you the other day in our chat. This is why we go over.
What time is dinner served if we just happen to be in the neighborhood?
I think we're eating around 3:30.
So in honor of the Burrito Brothers, it's all burritos here in the Dasco household. It's burrito day. What else can you make, right? That pays homage to the Golden Knights. Yesterday, I don't know why I'm going off here, but I think VGK had tweeted out something to the effect of, what 3 Golden Knights would you invite to dinner? And I came that close to tweeting back, here are the 3 that I would not invite to dinner. But maybe we could do that Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe we could do that tomorrow. Okay, where were we? What were you talking about?
We're talking about the coffee maker. The coffee pot didn't work. We used the Keurig. End of story.
And so the Keurig is good.
Yeah, but I have to wait now. Normally 2-3 cups of coffee and just pour, drink. Now you gotta go and put the cup in and take the other cup out and pour water, and you gotta wait.
You hate the wait.
The routine is completely off right now, Tony. As are we this morning.
Ivan Barbashev, perhaps the most consistent point scorer for VGK in VGK history. I had to throw that in there. Multiple points now in 3 consecutive games, 24 points in 22 contest. Oh, are you going to build that Barbashev trophy in front of T-Mobile Arena? Are there any
Maybe.
campaigns to build trophies anymore in front of T-Mobile?
No, because chances are someone's
They'll
going
get
to get traded
They'll
before
get
then. I
traded.
mean,
Yeah, very true. But
so
talk about Barbashev, his impact on his team. Again, is this the most important trade of all time in VGK history? No.
I
Jack Eichel, number one.
So the Eichel trade, we understand the importance, and if you need a reminder how good Jack Eichel is doing, just go look at his stats right now. And Eichel is among the league's elites in every imaginable category pretty much right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go a layer deeper, like everyone wants to give Eichel the credit for the successful campaign that Marchessault had, including the Conn Smythe. And that's very fair. You look at what Marchessault is doing without Eichel, an argument can certainly be made. There's more to it than that, but the first layer of the onion we're going to peel is Marchessault with Eichel, Marchessault without Eichel.
But
Well, how about
when Eichel was off the ice, Marchessault excelled last season.
He did, but again, we're talking a Conn Smythe winner, a 40 goal scorer with Jack Eichel as well. So there's more. There's that side of it as well, Tony.
Okay, that's fair.
Saying. So what about Jack Eichel with Barbashev and without Barbashev? Now, the stats I'm about to give you are simply when Barbashev was a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. There's been some games when one's played, one hasn't played with injuries and things like that, and different line combinations. But the easiest metric to look at is Eichel's stats since Barbashev became a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. So without Barbashev in the Vegas Golden Knights lineup and going back to Eichel's days with the Buffalo Sabres, Eichel had 408 games played, 380 points. That rounds out to 8 points in 93% of his games approximately. Now we look at his time in Vegas, 105 games, 125 points. This is strictly with Barbashev as a member of the Vegas Golden Knights, by the way. So going back to February 22nd, 2023, approximately, somewhere in that area. Eichel's points are 1.19 per game with Barbashev as a member of the Vegas Golden Knights, 125 points in 105 games. So what has happened since Barbashev became a Vegas Golden Knight? Well, number one, the team won a Stanley Cup. I think we can start there. Number two, Jonathan Marchessault was a Conn Smythe winner. Everyone wants to give a lot of credit to Eichel, and that's fine. But how about Barbashev? Number three, we look at what Jack Eichel is doing this season, and since Barbashev joined the Vegas Golden Knights, it's just kind of strange how people don't really consider this. And I think the importance that Barbashev has had on the Vegas Golden Knights is extreme. And I'll double down on the fact that if the Barbashev trade doesn't happen, Tony, I don't know if VGK wins the Stanley Cup. Go back to just our mindset during that season. Mm-hmm. We were talking since basically Eichel became a Vegas Golden Knight. They couldn't get that line going. They could not get a line going around him. The Golden Knights lacked an identity. I would even go a step farther. And then once Barbashev came in, everything just fell into place.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you. We talked about that. And that was, again, an odd combination as far as you and I are concerned, because no one was good enough, right, to skate with Eichel at that point. Is that safe to say? And you and I were going back and forth going,
no one can handle a pass. No one can handle a Jack Eichel pass across the slot.
Right, exactly. And then all the things that Barbashev does, he's so strong on the puck. He's had one 60-point season. That was 21-22 in that campaign. And that was that for St. Louis, I think?
Yes,
I think
for the Blues. Yeah, 81 games, 60 points.
That was 60 points. So he is on target for that. Does he reach that 60-point plateau? And if he does, then I think VGK is a first-place team in the Pacific. That's his importance to this squad.
I mean, right now, Barbashev is better than a point per game pace, 24 in 22. So Barbashev is going to be an 88-point scorer depending on how things shake out, injuries, and Eichel's health is going to be a big part of this as well. And we're not taking anything away from Eichel. Like, I'll make sure we're framing this properly here, but sometimes just things work out when the right players are in place. And Eichel, took a minute to find his groove, right? I mean, you have a different coach, obviously, number one in DeBoer, and then of course the Cassidy ends up coming and things get a little bit better. So I'm sure Cassidy's going to get a lot of credit in this as well, because it does go back to they had the meeting on where they the nice place out east. Where's that? On Cape Cod, not in Cape Cod, on Cape. If you say in Cape Cod, the locals get mad at you. I learned that.
Yeah, no, it's on Cape Cod.
Yeah,
it's wicked. It's wicked cool. Wicked cool back there.
Yeah, wicked there. I know nothing about the area besides it's really expensive.
Beautiful in the fall. That's all I'm
sure
tell
it's
you.
wonderful. We have a nice
great
tree
in the summer.
That looks nice in the fall too here in our front yard. But you look at what Cassidy set expectations immediately for Jack Eichel. 5 minutes after Cassidy became the coach of the Vegas Golden Knights, they had this meeting and they talked about what they wanted from each other. It wasn't a one-way conversation. Let's be clear about this. But Cassidy was very big on Eichel becoming a very strong two-way player. Well, that box has been checked, and now the scoring side is being checked amazingly while Eichel still plays on the defensive side. So some combination of all three together in Barbashev, Cassidy, and Eichel is making it work. But without Barbashev, I think the course of VGK history is extremely different, and we can't go this far without not offering the right credit to McCrimmon and the scouts, more or less the scouts, because McCrimmon sent the scouts there 167 times before they made the trade for Barbashev happen. And by the way, what was that trade? It was Zach Dean, a VGK.
Where is Zach Dean today?
Exactly. Where is Zach Dean? Zach Dean has to date 9 games with the St. Louis Blues. He has 0 goals. He has 0 assists. As far as his American League stats, he played 49 games with the Springfield Thunderbirds in 23-24, 14 points. 3 games this year, 1 assist. So Zach Dean excelled in the queue. Very good player in the queue. Playing the North American game in the National Hockey League and the American Hockey League, it's not working out. And again, Zach Dean is 21 years old. A lot can change. Maybe. Hopefully, and not unless hopefully he's not on the Brendan Brisson career of excellence path. But yeah.
Well, you do have to also credit Alex Pietrangelo, remember, going to bat for Barbashev, saying that he wanted him here. So I think that's really helped out. I would really like to see stats of just Eichel and Barbashev when they skate together, regardless of who that third piece is.
Yeah.
Plus, minus, and, just some numbers, a breakdown of numbers. Maybe the intern can put that on the napkin for us. Stay with us.
Intern's busy, Tony. Intern's really busy.
Making coffee? Did you get the intern to make coffee? No.
Yes. The intern did make the coffee this morning, and the intern also fixed our graphic too while you were yapping earlier.
Thank you so much for doing that. Coming up next, the locks of the night and our predictions for tonight's game. It's Thanksgiving Eve, folks. Stay with. Get ready to tackle more NFL action, especially on Thanksgiving Day. What is more Americana than betting on football and eating your turkey, or in my case, maybe burritos? I don't know. I'm going to sleep all day. I need some sleep. We need to rest. But FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. And right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Go to the FanDuel Sportsbook app. It gives you everything that you need to place live bets on the NFL all in one spot. When you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats. You can view the live play-by-play and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. It's so great. And visit FanDuel.com to join today. Starting off the day tomorrow, I think we have that Detroit game against Golic Chicago team, the Bears. Just visit FanDuel.com, join today. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. Last I checked, it was the Lions favored by 10. It's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the National Football League. Welcome back on Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golic from Las Vegas. We appreciate you making us your first listen every day. Thank you so much. Of course, on Fridays, mostly on Fridays. In addition to it being Fanboy Friday, it is WTF Day, and Saturdays, the Chris times Chris Jr. show. You just shook me off, bro. I got so much
I just want to know what happened, what they did to piss you off. All
to do.
They all just piss you off.
Oh no, I just like
all your
stir it
Fanboy
up,
Friday
brother.
stuff.
I know. I can't wait to. I think I'm going to get the special here for Black Friday, for Game Time Plus. I'm not sorry, Nighttime Plus, not Game Time Plus, Nighttime Minus. Okay, so I get ripped. People taking photos of me off of the TV from everywhere. Cardasco, why? When you do an open there on the TV, I'm not a TV guy, face for radio. We know all that.
About this? Or are we talking about like your
no?
Sports
So broadcasting play-by-play this week. Doofus here is wearing the lanyard. I'm wearing the lanyard on TV, and everyone's just calling me out. Dude, you forgot to take off, and it's such a rookie move. I'm not a TV guy. Number one, number two. When I have to do that, I usually just take it off and throw it at someone. But yeah, that was a bad move.
Speaking of rookie moves, so I screwed one up on Wednesday. So our graphic was the Golden Knights' road winning streak improves to 4 games. No, they lost to Toronto. I screwed that one up.
It's okay. It's all good. I said Samsonov.
I mean, the intern screwed that one up. Intern.
Yeah, I said Samsonov played 5 games in a row in that, but that wasn't true either. Okay, so our locks and predictions: Golden Knights tonight, skating in Colorado, of course, and then they come home to live up to their honey-do list and all that rigged. Okay, I have got a 6-4 final Colorado. I don't see a world where there's defense in this game tonight. I do not. I am going to go with Tanner Pearson. I think he's had goals in the last 2 games, 2 goals in 2 games. And then I'm going to go with Brett Howden. I think that this could be his type of game. I will go at 6-4 Colorado. On my bingo card, I've got altitude. We will hear the word altitude.
I'm with you on this being a bingo card. I'm with you on this being a very weird track meet game that lacks defense and goaltending, at least on the Avalanche side. So a lot of goals. I do have a 6-4 final as well, but I'm going to go with the Vegas Golden Knights tonight.
You do? You have 6-4?
I got 6-4. I think it's going to be just an ugly preseason type of game where there's absolutely minimal defense and average to below average goaltending on both sides. And that's not even really knocking at least the VGK side of that. Avalanche are a very good scoring team, as are the Vegas Golden Knights right now. So 6-4 Vegas in a beer league game tonight. Eichel and Barbashev. I guess that's in honoring our second segment. Eichel and Barbashev tonight. 6-4 Vegas, and yeah, that's what I got.
So in other words, you're saying VGK's defense will stink again.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's been a narrative all season, and yeah. Let's see. I'm thinking of a bingo card right now. What's a good bingo card right now? It's hard to check the bingo card with proper accuracy if I'm watching on Nighttime Plus with it buffering out there. But I know there's a Black Friday deal.
There's a Black Friday deal. We should promote that.
Someone joked out there that they should get 30 cents every time it buffers. I said if that was the case, you get $1,000. You get $1,000 check from the Vegas Golden Knights. Everybody would. No, as far as the bingo card tonight, if things go well for the Vegas Golden Knights, they dug deep and they found a way. If things don't go well, the injuries and it was a great road trip, but couldn't get
bad
there
ice.
On this one. Yeah, bad ice too.
Bad ice up there in the Rocky Mountains. You know. Do you notice Cassidy swaying a lot more lately?
You're the king of the swayometer. I stay.
Oh my gosh! Like 2 days ago. I mean, he was off the screen the way that he was swaying.
Listen, maybe the more he sways, the better the team plays, dude.
There's something we have to figure out.
Or maybe he's just uncomfortable in front of a camera, Tony. I mean, geez, give the guy a break.
At least he didn't wear his lanyard. At least he wasn't wearing his lanyard.
I don't think I've ever seen Cassidy wear a lanyard, to be fair.
No. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Are we doing a show tomorrow? We're firing up
going tomorrow. We're off on Friday.
Is that okay? So
what's the turkey? What the turkey?
we're doing our VGK turkey of the year. No,
I mean, sure. We got to preview 2 games and do a post game and whatever else. So we'll get it all in there in 30 minutes.
We do appreciate everyone tuning in. It's my bad, Golic. Thank you so much.
Almost got there today.
Almost, but of course I had to tell the lanyard story and make fun of Nighttime Minus.
Do you want to give us a thrill update while you're here, Tony?
We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll do a WTT, What the Thursday show. We'll take off on Black Friday because we have no bonus stuff to give away. Okay, we're not going to do an Amazon sale or anything.
Go check out Locked On Kings. Whoever's chirping me on YouTube, go check out Locked On Kings. Maybe they got a giveaway on Friday.
Somebody's chirping you on that. Okay, save that for tomorrow. Saturday, sometimes the Chris and Chris Jr. show. Again, we'll see you tomorrow right here. Please make sure that you subscribe to Locked On Golden Knights, the YouTube channel. For my man Chris Golic, I'm Tony Cardasco. Happy Thanksgiving Eve.
Drinksgiving.
Bro giving. This is bro giving too. See you tomorrow right here on Locked On Golden Knights. And please, folks, take care.